Hey there, quick note before we dive in. What you're watching right now is a lesson from one of my courses that I've decided to release completely for free here on YouTube so you don't have to pay a dime. So instead of asking you to buy my course, if you want to show your appreciation, here's a couple of things that you can do. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. These small actions tell YouTube to share my content with more people, which is a huge help. Also, feel free to check out my recommended equipment links in the description below. If you do purchase equipment from these links, I do get a small commission at no extra cost to you whatsoever. Or if you want to, you can leave me a super thanks or even just hit play on one of my playlists. I know it sounds silly, but if you just hit play on one of my playlists and let it play in the background, even if you're not paying attention, it tells YouTube, hey, people are watching these videos. I'm going to push it out to more people. So even if you just want to do that, I would love it. I would appreciate it so much. And then lastly, if you're looking for more personalized help, I do offer private coaching that you can find in the description of this video. Either way, I really appreciate you, whether you choose to do one of these things or not. Just by simply watching this video, it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Now, let's get to the lesson. All right, now on to lavalier microphones. So why and where would you want to use them? Let's cover some pros and cons. Pros. I'm going to place these two together because they're very similar. Many different placement methods and easily hidden. So lavalier microphones are really small, which makes it easy for you to place them in many different areas. And the fact that they're small makes them easily hidden. So they're really easy to work with. And then finally, you're free to move around. So because lavalier microphones go with you wherever you go, you can walk around the space that you're recording in and not need to worry about staying in focus with the microphone, because where you go, the lavalier microphone goes. Cons. Big drop in sound quality. So lavalier microphones are really easy to work with, which makes people use them a lot, but the problem is they don't sound very professional. So it's really crucial that you understand things like post-processing, like equalization and other things like that, so that you can make lavalier microphones sound better than they actually sound. We're going to cover things like this a little later in the course. Excess rustling, shirt noise, and other noises. So while they're easy to hide, if you hide them under shirts or other things like that, you're going to get a bunch of rustling, a bunch of noise that you wouldn't otherwise get with another microphone. Again, as long as you understand post-processing and you understand placement, this isn't as big of a deal as it could be, but we will cover things like this a little later on in the course. All right, so to wrap up, these microphones are great to use for videos where you need to walk around a space freely and where you don't want to be tied down to a microphone like the ones we covered in the other sections that have to be positioned in one place due to many different factors. A lav microphone is usually placed on the collar of a shirt or hidden right underneath someone's shirt. Now, these microphones also have different polar patterns, just like with the other microphones we spoke about. I'd recommend going with the omnidirectional pattern on this microphone because there's no telling how you might have to place this microphone on yourself. And if you go with the cardioid pattern, you might end up having the side that should be picking up your voice face down in your clothes or facing away from you, and that's not good. Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier, you will experience quite a drop in audio quality, but like I said previously, you gain the ability to move around freely and not have to worry about staying on mic. The good news is, though the audio captured won't sound as good as the audio you would capture from another previously mentioned microphone, I have an entire section all about how to make a lav microphone sound good. Lav microphones are used in movies all the time, and as long as you know how to use your tool and how to process it in post-production with things like equalization and compression, you can get really good results.